Hello everyone, StrangeTemplar here. Welcome back to Sky Factory. Last episode we did a bunch of random small checklist stuff. We made a dirt chest, we made some cookie jars, we did a little bit of everything. We also made, come on, down. We also made a ink farm that refuses to produce any ink. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. As far as I understand it, everything I've read says that squid will spawn Y62 or lower, and this is Y62. And for some reason it's not spawning. I tried lowering it, I tried moving it away from the mobs. I'm not entirely sure why they're not spawning and dying for us, but also I apologize for keeping the F3 screen on the entire episode last episode. I realized that when I was editing that was there, so I apologize for that. So what I did is I went ahead and made some dye seeds. If we drop down here, we have dye seeds, which are really easy to make. Basically, you take any dye, use some essence and some seeds like normal. And with this dye essence, you can make any color dye that you want. So, I don't know if you guys are going to let me count this as being a an ink farm. Probably not. I'll have to do some more research, figure out what I'm missing. But now we can make ourselves some ink sacs, like so, which is kind of convenient. And any other color that we're going to need, we can just use these dye seeds. But what I want to use this ink for, and what I've been wanting to use it for, is to make a filter pipe right here. And we should be able to, yeah. Basically, you use all the different colors and a transfer pipe, and you get yourself a filter pipe. Now, the problem that we're having with this sorting pipe is that if we run out of seeds up here, like you can see there's no ink seeds or essence seeds, anytime we harvest those, the seeds come down here, and that's just something that we don't want. We want to be able to say, even if there's nothing up here, we want to put the seeds back, everything else back there. So what we're going to do is we are going to put, instead of the sorting pipe, we're going to put a filter pipe in place. And in order for the filter to work, I'm going to need some more string and redstone. String's up here. I swore I had this in my inventory, but evidently I didn't. And my redstone is right there. Okay. So now that we have the filter pipe, we're going to have to make an item filter, which is redstone sticks and string, just like so. And what we do is if we go and access it from our inventory, it has inventory up here. And we can basically say, okay, I want essence seeds, I want dye seeds. We're also going to put these saplings in because pretty soon we're going to start growing saplings. We're going to want to pick up the other seeds as well. Regular seeds, earth seeds, and basically all the seeds that we're going to be using, we just want to put it in there and say, hey, anytime that these seeds hit this filter pipe, we want it to go, we take this item filter and we put it on yellow, or on yellow, that's yellow, on white. So basically anytime item is transferring through and it hits the filter pipe, it looks at these filters and it says, okay, is it in this filter? Yes. Throw it up there. If it's not, keep going. And so, by default, these items here, the seeds, the saplings, all of that, are going to go up into here, and everything else is going to go back down here, which is perfect. And then anytime that we have more seeds that we need to do, we just pull out this filter real quick, open it up, add our seeds. And eventually, we're going to run out of stuff for that filter because we're going to add more seeds. We can just come up and do that and say, okay, now put a red filter. And we can put all the other seeds that we want right there. Easy peasy. And now that's just going to go. We don't have to worry about keeping the inventories full. We can take these cobblestone out, and we don't really have to worry about anything. And next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start growing some forest saplings. So we're just going to throw that in there, and that's just going to go. It's only going to grow one to start, but that's fine. If we come up here, we can force these to grow real quick. I think it's going to grow over on this side. It might, yeah, there we go. And that's just going to start growing. And then the harvester will harvest trees just like it harvests crops. But the cool thing about it is, if I can get this to grow, it will automatically cut down the leaves first and then the wood. And it will harvest the saplings and the wood both. And in the case of this forest sapling, it'll also drop forest nuggets, and it'll cause those to go into the harvester as well. So hopefully, by growing this, if we can make it grow, let's get some bone meal. That's plastic. There's bone meal. Come on. I know you want to grow. Oh, you know what's wrong with this? It's not a normal dirt. And I think that, yeah, that'll cause a difference. Okay, so we need to make these into regular dirts now. Come on. And the harvester, you'll see, is just automatically harvesting everything. And once the inventory gets sorted, it will plant these saplings again. Yeah, see? Look at them go. And the harvester just harvests all of it. And so now, all of a sudden, we're going to have a ton of saplings. And the saplings go in here, even though there was nothing there. All the rest comes down here. We have forest logs. And at some point, we will start getting forest nuggets, just like that. Perfect. So now that's just going to go. And it is just an automatic thing. Then as they grow, they'll get harvested. And it's perfect. All right, next up for this episode. We are running out of inventory space. We have an entire double chest full. And we are starting to fill up a iron chest over on this side, and this thing was getting clogged up, and it was just starting to become a pretty hot mess. So we want to start working on solutions to make this a little more convenient for us. There are a lot of different items that are going to come in here, and I just want to start working on Applied Energistics, get everything into one standardized inventory. So basically, I want to combine that inventory, this inventory, our random inventory up there, our mob drops, everything I want to put into one central inventory. And to do that, we're going to be using Applied Energistics, which is probably still my favorite mod ever. So in order to get started with that, we are going to need to make a new tool. So we'll need some sticks here. And we are going to need some Certus quartz. And we're going to need some iron, just like so. And you know what? We are going to make ourselves a crafting table over here. And we're going to be using that here soon anyways. So let's go ahead and make a new crafting table. And to do this, we're going to take the Certus quartz, the sticks, and the iron, and we're going to get ourselves a quartz cutting knife. And the quartz cutting knife is basically used to make processors for different things. And the first item that we're going to make, we're going to start out kind of simple. We're just going to make an ME chest. For those of you guys who know Applied Energistics, this is kind of a waste of time because we can go directly into like the ME controllers and all of this. But I just wanted to get started, get a chest going, and then probably next episode we will start working on everything else. So we're going to need to make a couple new items. The first of which is going to be a processor. To do that, we use gold, redstone, and silicon. And to get silicon, basically you take Certus quartz dust, throw it in a furnace, and as it cooks, quartz dust will cook into silicon, just like that. And so I already have some made up right over here. We're going to need some gold right here. And we have the redstone right here. So basically we take the cutting knife, we take redstone over on the middles, silicon on the bottom, and we put gold right in the very middle. This gives us a basic processor assembly. If we put diamond in the middle, that'll get us an advanced processor assembly. So diamonds are going to start becoming very important very soon. But we take that, and the quartz cutting knife got pulled out of our inventory because of that. So let's go ahead and put that in and let it get cooked. And we're actually going to need one more of these. So let's go ahead and get that going like so. And one more. Perfect. Okay, so what we're going to need is an ME chest, so conversion matrix. We're going to need the processor that we just cooked up, iron, nether quartz, and fluix dust. Fluix dust is pretty easy. It's Certus quartz dust, nether quartz dust, and redstone. In order to get the nether quartz dust, which I did make some of this previously, basically you just throw it in a pulverizer. You can also use anything else that you would use for pulverizing. There's a couple other tools that you would use. And basically, you take the 3 different dusts and you get fluix dust. And this is going to be used in pretty much every construction for applied energistics. So now we should have everything, right? We have the processor. We don't have the nether quartz. There we go. And we have ourselves a conversion matrix. Next up, we're going to need to make ourselves a chest, since this is a chest of sorts. And we should be able to get ourselves an ME chest. Now, the ME chest you put down, and it has an inventory, but you'll notice that nothing... You can't really access it. You can't put anything in it. You can't take anything out. And what you're going to need is you're going to need a drive of some sort. Because basically what Applied Energistics does is it takes items and converts it into data. And it stores it on a disk of some sort. So what we're going to need to make is a disk. So we do a ME1K storage. And so we're going to need to make ourselves, we're going to have a lot of different things that we're going to need to make. Like I said, we're going to need another basic processor. We're going to need quartz and redstone. So this is where all of this quartz and a ton of redstone is going to come into play. So let's pull out that other processor. And we should be able to make ourselves a storage cell. Now, what we do is we take the storage cell, redstone, glass, and iron, and we make ourselves a 1K storage. 1K is the smallest. It will store 63 different types of items, and it'll store 124 bytes, which doesn't really mean much right now because, well, it just doesn't mean much right now. Let's grab that and that. We're going to actually put it... Oh, hey, there's a crafting station. Totally forgot about that. We're going to put that right there. And again, we're going to put the 1K storage right there. And you'll notice we still cannot put items into, and we can't pull items out. That's because the ME chest and actually everything from Applied Energistics requires power to operate. So what we do is if we take the leadstone energy, you'll see this turns green, and now we can start throwing stuff in here. And so we can just start putting different items in, and you'll see that we have 79 out of 1,024 bytes used. We have 6 out of 63 possible types of items used. And you'll notice that it doesn't do it in stacks. It actually shows a full number of how many items you have. You can pull out a stack at a time. If you shift right click, you can pull out one at a time. If you right click, you can pull out half of whatever item you want. And so it kind of works like a regular inventory, and you can pull it out and you can put it back in. Now what you can do is, once you have all your items, if you take your drive out, you'll notice that it becomes empty again. All the items will stay stored in this drive. So we can move this around. We could put it in another chest over there if we wanted. We could put the drive in a chest. And so basically all those items are stored on there, but in order to access them, we need to use a chest. And later on there's another item that we're going to use to access it. But for now, this chest will hold all of these items for us. So what we can do is we can start taking these items out and storing them in here. Now, I don't think 1,024 bytes is going to be quite enough to store all of these items, but it's going to be a good start. What we can do now is take this, and what I want is for this to start storing all of the items for us. Now, the interesting part is if I break that, it should... the hopper's gonna be blocked, isn't it? Dang it. Well, that didn't work quite like I was hoping. We're gonna take this hopper temporarily. Where did the hopper go? There it is. And... come here, hopper. Come here. Come here. There it is. If we put this hopper over right here... this is going to be a mess. Okay. And we take the transfer node. And we put the transfer node right there. And this is going to be a complete mess. There we go. And now, of course, it's blocked on that side. Okay, I got this. I got this. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. Ah, this is a mess. There it is. Okay. If we put it on top, something tells me that this might work. Come here. Give me the item node. Give me the item node. Okay. You know what? There it is. Transfer node. Put it right there. And access to bottom. There we go. That gets most of it. Okay, I'm going to start throwing stuff in here. And it's going to start filling up. So now we're at 200 bytes out of 17 types. And as we start throwing more stuff in here, it's just going to slowly fill up. And hopefully it's not going to overflow anytime soon. Is it going good? Yeah, it's going good. Okay. So now, if we break this, this is where it gets a little freaky. Should start picking up all those items and transferring them in. Yeah, look at that. And you'll see every new item, it adds more. But this single drive is going to hold well more than a single chest could possibly hold. So we have all of this stuff getting transferred in. And it just now got to half full. And let's take this, put it back here. We're going to break this off. It's right there. And fix that. If we break this, should start sucking all of that back in. Yeah. Like I said, it is going to store all of the items for us. And we're at 58 different types. I'm going to pull a couple items that wouldn't normally be in here. Sticks won't go in there. Because the problem that we're probably going to run into is total number of types. Yeah. Okay, is there anything else that you guys see in here that shouldn't be? Chests, cobble, should not be in there. Are we missing anything else? Looks like we're sitting at 62 types. 63 types, dang it. Well, for now, it'll pretty much just go. So what I might do is set up this chest again and put the transfer pipe right there. And that will cover any overlap. But for now, this holds as much as that double chest and part of that iron chest. And it's only at 75% capacity. And what we're going to be able to do is, this is a very expansive model. What we could do, instead of this 1K drive, there's also 4K drives, which hold 4,000 bytes. Again, every drive can only hold 63 types of items, but it can hold a lot more. And it even goes up to 64, which holds 65, basically 64 times more than the drive that we have in there. And then it keeps going. Giga, is it ME? Let's see, let's do storage. Yeah, this will hold, oh, not spatial storage. Where is it? Fluid storage. Yeah, we can store fluid. We can store, not spatial. Come on, where? Kilo, mega, tera. This will hold, I think, 64 times more than the 64. So it just, yeah, we can hold a lot of stuff in these drives, is basically what I'm trying to say. And eventually we can make ourselves a ME drive, and this will hold 10 discs each. So basically it will go forever. And it's completely customizable and expandable and all of that good stuff. So we're just going to let this sit here for now. Next episode, we're going to work on this a little bit more. We can also use this for auto crafting, for importing and exporting items into devices. We can auto craft, like I said. We can access it and have a crafting menu in with our storage. A lot of cool stuff that we can do with this. Like I said, this is probably my favorite mod. Kind of confusing right now, but the more we play with it, the more it'll start to make sense. So I appreciate you guys kind of being a little patient with me. There's just so much to talk about on this this model, this mod pack, that it's really hard to cover it all in just 20 minutes. There's so many things that you can do with it. So, like I said, next episode we're going to start expanding more on it, and we're going to do some pretty cool things with it. One of the goals for Sky Factory is to be able to automatically craft an octuple compressed cobblestone in less than 1 hour, and to do that you need to use the auto crafting and with applied energistics. And so we're going to start working on that. That is still fairly far down the road. There's a couple other challenges in this pack that pertains to this mod pack, or this mod in particular. So we're gonna be spending a lot of time with this here from here on out. But probably this episode and next episode are going to be the two big ones. So thank you for your patience in this. Like I said, if we come over here, we should have our force nuggets And all of our seeds are coming up here, just like normal. I'm going to start planting more essence seeds. I want to get as much essence going as possible. These dye seeds aren't nearly as important. Earth seeds probably aren't as important. We have plenty of earth essence to make more dirt. But yeah, we have this going. We have our 4 saplings. We'll probably do some regular trees as well at some point, just to make sure everything's going. But if we come over here, these should start being more essence seeds. Essence, like I said, is the way we can plant, or we can grow resources of every type. We'll eventually be growing diamonds, iron, lapis, all that good stuff. So I'm pretty excited. We are making major strides in everything. There's so much to do still that I'm still kind of scattered about it, but we'll make it happen. So thank you as always for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like and or subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. But until next time, and as always, don't be a stranger. Take care.